Connections. All right. Might be a good night to go to the movies, maybe. One of those nights. Get out of this weather. In fact, there is a new movie opening up in town tonight, written by a hometown guy.
Yeah, the movie's called Waking Up in Reno. It was written by Parkway Central graduate Mark Fauser, and Mark is here to talk to us about your film. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you
This
so
is
much.
big time, isn't it? Now, we're not talking about an indie deal. This is out by Miramax.
Yes.
It's got Billy Bob Thornton, Charlize Theron, Patrick Swayze, Natasha Richardson, and Penelope Cruz.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
What does she play?
Plays a hooker.
Aha, and you wrote this.
Yes.
Did you think of her when you were writing the
Oh,
script?
yeah, she'd be perfect for the role.
We're looking at some clips from the movie right now, Waking Up in Reno, which is opening up. And I understand that Miramax, the release of this movie was delayed and delayed and delayed. Why, first of all, and do you as the writer of this film have any control?
Have no control as a writer, and if you have the answer as great reporters, find out. Tell me why they did this. I have no idea. And that's what we're up against. We're fighting against negative publicity, and that's why I'm here. I've gotten paid as a writer, but I'm here to promote it. It's a dream come true for a guy from North St. Louis who went to Parkway Central on the west side, spent a few evenings on the east side.
Doing research.
And
for
this
the film.
weekend we're going to be on the south side.
There you go. And this is a romantic comedy,
Yes.
good date movie type thing.
Absolutely.
You mentioned negative press, and you know what? I would be remiss if I didn't bring it up. You got to take your lumps here and there.
You're not going to bring that up, are you?
Yeah, it's in the paper. They talk about it. It's not so favorable. You got to deal with that, right?
Yeah, yeah. What can you do? You know, if you can't stay in the heat, you got to get out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
And it's just, I'm going to refuse to let that get you down. You know, this is a dream come true, like I said. And it is so difficult to make a movie. And once you sell it, you have no control. And as a writer, which is what I am in this movie and also an actor, I'm really proud because at times we had Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston attached to do the movie. We've dealt with Madonna, Natasha Richardson. So we've had a great deal of cast members interested in the movie.
Go ahead.
How did you get started in this?
I was a class clown at Parkway Central.
Really?
Yeah, and I had a great teacher there named Betty Pfaff who just said, why don't you get your act together and do this? And
We've heard that name before from our own Paul Shankman. I understand you and Paul have some acting roots together.
Oh,
Share
yeah,
that.
the Shankaman.
You guys appeared in a play?
Yeah, well, several. And he was a great actor. He's still doing it
He
today.
still is.
But he...
5 nights a week.
That's right. He's amazing. We did The Hobbit together.
Really?
Yes. We had hair on our ankles.
He still does,
He
by the
still
way.
does.
still does.
That's where it went. Hey, we
Oh!
understand- we love you, Paul.
Yeah.
All right, we understand you also have a cameo in this film,
Yes,
right? I
yes.
think we're going to be able to see that. Are we going to see that? The one with Mark in it? We think it's in here when the car
There,
is
there I am
shut.
with the blonde hair.
No, yeah,
there
that's
I am, the
Charlize.
dancer, the great dancer.
Patrick
Patrick
Swayze.
Swayze, wow.
You guys
you?
get stopped.
Is this not it?
I don't think this is the one. I think it's the one that where they're
That's
you're
even more reason for people to come see me.
stopped in traffic. It's
What?
where you play a dopey cop.
Yeah, the Barney Five.
Yeah.
Very good.
Mustache.
Billy Bob Thornton in this, and he kind of, started the whole ball rolling with
He
this
did,
movie.
yes. Yeah, we were friends from Evening Shade, and he just says, I think I can sell this movie if you want to write it. And this is before Sling Blade. And we said, what the heck? And we did it, and boom, he sold it. Just like
Evening
he said.
Shade, the CBS series with Burt Reynolds.
Yes.
You wrote on that, appeared in it as well.
Yes, he gave me my first big break.
How about that?
Yeah, he's a
great.
great guy.
What, if you're recommending this job to somebody, writing for movies, I'm sure there's a lot of kids that say, I could do that. How do you start? How do you get into the biz? And what's it like?
Well, you can write from anywhere, okay? That's the good news. But eventually you're going to have to go out to Los Angeles or New York and meet people because connections is a second thing, and luck is, that's everything. And I have no advice how to do that. It is really just lucky on that front.
And, you're working on another film right now? Tell us about that.
It's called Cross-Dressing for Universal.
And it's
That
about
Paul
cross-dressing?
Shankman would be perfect.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it's not about cross-dressing. And it's with Tom Shadyac, the guy who directed Pet Detective. And it's really two twin brothers. One is a scumbucket ad exec. One is a good Catholic priest. Catholic priest is sick, comes back from Africa, and they switch roles in the hospital because he doesn't have health insurance. And unfortunately, the Catholic priest dies. And so now the scumbucket ad exec's got to save a Catholic church. Which
Do you have any particular stars in mind? Do you get to suggest folks?
We've all talked about Jim Carrey for this, and he's right now doing a movie with Tom.
So you have to play 2 roles.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you could do that pretty
I'm
good.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, we do have video of your website.
All right.
Yeah, let's see your website. We
Write
wanna
me
see
and
your
I'll,
website. And as we're looking at this, Mark Fauser's website, we want to let folks know where the movie is, where it's playing.
yes, it's at Ronnie's 20 in South St. Louis. It's the only theater, one of 15 cities in the country that's playing it. I begged them to bring it to St. Louis, and so I'm so proud. My friend Jeff Brandt organized this big evening. It was sold out on Monday, but please go this weekend. It would mean the world to me. I have 4 movies that I wrote that are based in St. Louis that I want to make here, and if the movie does well, we could maybe do that.
All right.
Great.
Sounds
so
great.
We'll support our local St. Louis.
That's right.
Yeah. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me give you that.
Yeah, thank you. Under the table.
All right, Mark Fauser, good luck with the movie. We'll see you at the film tonight. Thanks
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much.
coming in.